The nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station right here in Lagos. My name is Mary Ann Okon. Lagos, how's it going? It's been a very interesting day today with all the water and flood. The flooding is... I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but do you remember a few months ago when I kept singing and sounding like a canary that you need to keep your drainages open so that when the rains come, it will not take us away or cause wahala for us? The rains are here. Make of it what you will. But welcome to the show, Lagos. As usual, we start with the big three, biggest three stories that are trending online and offline and in our news bulletins. And of course, we'll be giving you some background into those stories and letting you, make of it what you will, and analyzing it alongside with me. So the big three stories for today will start right away. And later on in the show, we will be breaking the glass ceiling again, looking at situation of things in our communities and how we're the ones, one way or another, affecting the rise in the case of gender-based violence and abuse in relationships and what we can do now to change that narrative. And then, of course, later on Below Go On Broad, I'll be having an economist in the studio. We'll be talking about how we can solve Nigeria's ailing economy. Solutions. That's what we need today. And that's what the show's going to look like. Once again, welcome to Hard Facts.
This is the Big Three.
The Big Three on Hard Facts
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, Lagos, let's go into the big three for today. Yes, we want to look at the big three stories that we have for you, and we want to take your thoughts and your comment on those stories. I'm going to just quickly run through them and then take them in bits and pieces. This is Nigerian Info, in case you're just joining us. The program is Hard Fact, and this is the big three. First big story for today. Yes, the federal government is saying that Nigeria and the UAE still need to finalize agreement on visa ban lift. Yes, and this was, as said by the presidency. Yes. Now, we know that there's been that back and forth as to what's real and what's not real, because the Nigerian government had put out a statement saying that the ban had been lifted and that flight will, with immediate effect, begin to go to and from Dubai. But now we're hearing a different story, of course, some sort of a backtrack, that they have to finalize the process in itself. I'll give you some background into it. I don't like to just, throw out these stories for you. Let's look at the details of the story. Now, the presidency says that there's a need for both Nigerian government and the UAE authorities to work out their finer details on the visa ban lift. The presidency says officials of the federal government and the authorities of the United Arab Emirates, that's the UAE, will work to finalize agreements on the purported removal of visa ban imposed on Nigerians. Yes. Don't forget, like I said, the presidency had earlier announced that the UAE lifted its ban on Nigerian travelers during a meeting between the president of Nigeria and his counterpart, the Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, on Monday, September 11, 2023. Now, they announced this development while the UAE's news agency brought out a different statement. And in that statement, they neither confirmed nor denied the purported lifting of the ban on Nigerian travelers. And so the federal government has come out today to say that they're still in talks and they're finalizing that conversation. And so we're asking people today, but the federal government may be in a hurry, a bit too excited to record, some gains, to make it look like, look, we're getting there. It's sometimes very interesting when, you feel like you're breaking grounds. You are getting through to someone. You want to tell somebody else that, look, I'm gaining grounds here. But maybe they would be a bit in a hurry to put out that statement, hence the backtracking. Again, should they have waited to finalize this agreement instead of just telling us now? And now it looks like, plus the fact that there's a trust deficit between Nigerians and the government, and it doesn't even have to do with whoever is on that seat. It's not about Tinubu. It's not about Buhari. It's not about a Goodluck Jonathan. It's just because we've not necessarily had government who tell us the truth. So it's very, very, very difficult for us to be trusting towards our leaders. So again, I'm asking, how do you feel about this backtracking? Does it calm you down? For those of you who have been calling Ajuri Gulali names yesterday, does this calm you? Or do you still sit on that fence of, until we see the end of it, then we can say, okay, well, that's it for that big story. But let's move on to something else here. Nigerian Army says that the sit-at-home order in the southeast has ended. And this one's for the southeasterners, especially those who are away from home and are worried as to if they can go home, if they can ever travel home. Well, this is the story. I'll give you some background. The Nigerian Army said on Tuesday that the sit-at-home order enforced by the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, across southeast states has ended. The order imposed on August 2021 to demand the release of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu from prison had crippled socio-economic activities in the region. Now, in a statement, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tarid Lagwaja, said the Army had heightened its efforts in containing criminalities perpetrated by IPOB and its Eastern Security Network. Now, I'm going to quote him directly. He says, through cooperation or Operation Udoka, Operation Udoka, our troops have, in collaboration with other relevant stakeholders, put an end to the infamous sit-at-home order that has almost crippled socio-economic activities in the region. End of quote. Now, if you remember, last week, Monday, if I'm not mistaken, we did have, Monday or Tuesday, we did have the former DSS director here on the show talking to us about the situation in the southeast. And he mentioned very clearly over and over again that he does not support the idea of force, sending troops to the southeast. He doesn't think that it's going to solicit any kind of positive response. But here we are again. The Chief of Army Staff is saying, don't worry, there's not going to be any more sit at home. We've got the situation under control. This is what they're saying. Even though there's a committee that has been put together in the House of Representatives to look into this issue. And one of the things that they brought out was that if Nnamdi Kanu were to be given a pardon and released, even as the court has ordered, this will bring some sort of succor to the people in the southeast and the southeast might experience some level of peace. But here we are again. The Chief of Army Staff is telling us that, look, you have nothing to worry about. You can go about your businesses now because we have everything under control. So the question is, can the people of the southeast rest easy now because the army has everything under control? Don't forget, the army has been in the southeast for this long, and there's been all kinds of complaints for and against the army. And the people in the southeast still have been living in a state of limbo. So I want to know what side of the divide you are on. Do you believe the army has everything under control? And if you've been to the southeast lately, or maybe you're listening to us from the southeast, what are your thoughts? Do you think that you can rest easy? You can go to your business place. You can go out. You can be harassed because the army and Operation Udoka have everything under control. Again, or do you, one way or another, look at this as one of those things that happened, or one of those sayings like that of the governor of Enugu State, who said, if you don't go to your shop, we'll take your shop from you. How has all of these sayings and these statements helped the situation on the ground? 0700 993 993 993. These are the stories we're looking at today. 0700 993 993 993. If you are a lady, you can call 01 465 790 7190. That's 01 465 7190. We still got two more stories to go, but I wanted to just give you some background into these two. On the other side of the clock, I will give you some background into the other two, but I'll just roll those ones out, okay? Well, the labor unions are threatening another 1 week strike. Yes, I know. I really can tell what you're saying. Oh, not again. But well, some people are saying the labor unions need to speak for Nigerians. We're suffering. We're tired of all the suffering that's been going on in this country. Labor needs to speak for us. Are they speaking for you? Or have we seen labor finish? I don't know. But what effect will this particular strike, if they do go on it, what effect will it bring? Will it change government's, perspective? Will it arm twist them? What exactly will happen? Join the conversation. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Don't forget, when you call me, turn off the volume of your radio, and you've got 60 seconds. Hello. Sorry about that. Do call me back. 0700 993 993 993. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon, Mariam.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mariam.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Don Dukwe from Savoyaro.
Go ahead, John.
Thank you. Nigerian army, they want to use fight to stop fight. They want to use problem to stop fight. Is it done in any part of the world? They have told them to release, DSS to release Nnamdi Kanu, they refuse. And then now they are telling us propaganda, telling us they should go about their business, and they have wiped away everybody. That's the way they used to tell us. They have wiped away Boko Haram, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, tomorrow we'll see here news. Have they given them, have they released Nnamdi Kanu? That's number one. Number two, have they given every family in the East five soldiers or 10 soldiers in the family so that they will guide them going to their farm, going to their business, and going to wherever they want to go? Have they done that? I beg. All these things are propaganda. By tomorrow, you see here another news. I didn't believe in them at all. They can't do anything in the East. Thank you very much.
All right, John. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Miriam. My name is Robert.
Robert, how are you doing?
I'm fine. The peace in the East, I think what those people are agitating for is the release of Nnamdi Kanu. It's not about, you cannot use, as the first caller said, you cannot use war to settle war. It's not possible. It is when you negotiate for peace, that is where you settle war. If the army go there to say maybe, why they sit at home? The question they should, why are they sitting at home? Is it not because of Nnamdi Kanu? Let the federal government find a way to release him so that there may be peace in the East. That's my own view. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate your thoughts. We're still taking your thoughts and comments. The program is Hard Facts. This is the big three for today. Bigger stories coming, yes, but one of the big three stories, the Chief of Army Staff is saying, well, we're putting an end to the sit-at-home in the Southeast, and the people in the Southeast are now able to go about their businesses because they now have Operation Udoka. And they're saying that, look, they have everything under control. But then I'm asking, is this another, statement that does not necessarily address the situation on the ground? Or can we rest easy in the Southeast now because, the army seems to have everything under control? Where do you stand? And we're also looking at the story of the lift of the visa ban. The federal government seems to have backtracked. And we're asking what your thoughts are on that. Of course, still looking at other big three stories today. I did tell you that, I did also tell you that Labour is threatening to go on another strike. But when we come back on the other side of the clock, I want to give you my final story, and that is about the Minister of Interior. It's been a trending story all day since yesterday. Hello. Please turn off your radio. I would not like to tell you this the second time.
Hello, Marianne.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Emeka is from Satellite Town.
Emeka, please go ahead.
Please, that announcement by the Chief of Army Staff, for me, is mere propaganda.
Why is it propaganda?
It's mere propaganda. I just came back from the East. And don't forget, if you read the news this morning, you must have read that some gunmen raised down the home of a traditional ruler that gave his support to Ozo. Them are coming reconstructing again and decided to cause those who would not support Ozo Denmark's ambition. So let's stop. Like others have said, you cannot quench war with war. The bottom line is that Nnamdi Kanu should be released so that we can be able to isolate the true agitators from the criminals in the Southeast. That is it. There's a subsisting court order to that effect. So the people who are agitating have a right to agitation. They should stop this propaganda and do the needful. Let peace reign.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. The people who are agitating, and I'm sure you forgot to put the word peacefully, do have a case. But I'm thinking to myself, because we've heard all kinds of stories, we've reported all sorts, that there are two factions of this group. We have, the one that's being in support of Nnamdi Kanu, and then we now have the rogue part of the organization who've been taking advantage of the people, killing people, molesting them, taking their monies, and causing all kinds of bloodshed. And IPOB in itself has come out to say, this is not us. All we're advocating for is that you release Nnamdi Kanu, and we're doing it peacefully. Don't come out. And then at some point they said, we've stopped that whole sit-at-home order. It's no longer us. Someone else has infiltrated us. And that's how Simon Ekpa came into the whole picture. So, yes, those who are agitating peacefully do have a right of sorts to agitate because, again, the courts have said Nnamdi Kanu should be released, but that's not been done. And then, yes, but then those who are not doing this peacefully have no right whatsoever, if you ask me. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Turn off your radio, please.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Uche from Ejibo.
Go ahead, Uche.
Yeah, I'm supporting the people that have just spoken to you. So the best thing is to read them because anything short of that, they are just wasting the time. And at the same time, they are losing some what they're supposed to get from the southeast as regards to IGR to the federal government. They're not getting it. So the best thing for them to do is anything short of that, the war continues. Thank you. My name is Uche.
Thank you, Uche. Is it really a war, or it's just an uprising or agitation? It's not necessarily a war. I'm just saying we play with these words unnecessarily. Azu is calling us via Skype. Let's take that call. Hello, Azu. Good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Miriam. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, please.
When we call out governments when they're doing things not right, it's not because we hate them. We do that because we love our country and we want them to do better. Yesterday, I regarded what they did that we should be ashamed talking about it. It's not because I hate the government. No, we can do better. Look, we don't live in isolation. There are other countries, so we can emulate from them. Miriam, the president went for G20 and they told us, he's going to have a side talk with the president of America. We didn't see any picture. I'm in a country, Indonesia, the president of
stop this thing, Oga.
Okay. I didn't see. I said I didn't see. I didn't see. But what am I trying to say? I'm in Indonesia. The president of Indonesia also went for that G20. He came back like a couple of days ago, like 4 days ago. He was sitting just right close to the American president. They are not even celebrating it. They are not talking about it. In fact, for the past 4 days since he came back, he has commissioned
Indonesia is they're better off as a country than us in terms of how their economy is and the things that they prioritize. We do not prioritize the same things, so we can't even place ourselves on the same pedestal with them. Oga, why are you comparing us to Indonesia?
You see, in life, you never compare yourself with people better pass you. You know what go up. Indonesia is not too big a country like that.
We're having a downturn in our economy. We're facing all kinds of things, crude oil theft. What we prioritize as a country and what we rejoice over would be different from what Indonesia is rejoicing over.
Please, after you go tell me my 1 minute don't finish. Not just economy, a whole lot of things. But the thing is, look, when you are telling the people, you don't have to rule them with lies and propaganda. Our jury just came to tell us stories that are not factual, and you're backtracking. Is this how you want to, renew the hope with lies? Come on, one will call them out and say, no, we should. Again, I'll say what I said yesterday. We should be ashamed having this conversation. And what your excuse was, business, we do business with these people. If I'm doing business with you, they look for me. UAE don't give a good about you.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Your excuse yesterday was business. Your excuse yesterday was business. If it's really business, yes, they wouldn't want to lose.
As though it's not my excuse. We have trade relations with this country, whether we like it or not. We do have trade relations with this country.
Okay, yes, now.
And it's
based
not
on
an
what you just said, I have a trade relationship with you. It's money. No. Let's use a trade relationship. Why will I now be banning you? It's money we're talking about.
Because you have not repatriated my funds. So, because I don't want us to fight, just stay where you are. These things happen in business. But Azu, thank you very much for calling. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, we're trying to play that card of, we're a big country, we're a superb country, blah, blah, blah. At this level, we shouldn't be doing this or saying this. But then the reality is that we're where we are. And we need as much support that we can get, whether it's from the UAE, whether it's from Chad. If they have what we want, we'd go there. But the truth is, it's unfortunate that we're happy and we're rejoicing over these kinds of things because this is where we are at the moment. Are we going to be there forever? No. So is it unfortunate? Yes. But this is where we are. Okay, guys. I've got 30 seconds. I'm going to quickly read a message if I can. If I can't, I'm going to just let you guys take a breather. When we come back from the break, we will. Okay, well, let's see. John from Yaba says, why is it that whatever comes from the government and her institutions, people call it propaganda? How come Wike was able to chase them out of Obibo in River State. Can IPOB face army if there is war? If it's because of the cynicism of IPOB thriving in the Southeast. Okay, well, John, thank you very much. We'll be back.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Our bride, you may please sign the marriage certificate. Have you ever been in that critical situation where you need to sign that important document, but your pen suddenly stops working? Then you understand the importance of having a reliable ball pen. This is why I love my Beak pen, because it never lets me down in such a serious situation, and it will always work. Be like me. Beak comes in Crystal Original and Beak Crystal Ultra Fine. Get a pen you can rely on. Get Beak.
Get ready for the biggest tech experience in Lagos. Introducing the evolution of NFT and metaverse in art, fashion, music, entertainment, and many more. Speakers Malik Afebwa, Dave Obada. You will be exploring the opportunities in NFC and metaverse to take your business to the next level in the world of tech. Plus, networking with 1,000 industry leaders, exclusive certificates, workshop, and refreshments. Special appearances will be made by Honorable Fuad Atonda Lawal, Dr. Babatunde Obrima, Femi Obong Daniels, Philip Akinola. Host Eloise. Date September 30, 2023. Venue Grace Arena Hall. Time 9 a.m. To spice it up, after party 5 p.m. DJ Ellis will be there taking the wheel. Ticket is 5,000 naira. To register, send a WhatsApp message to 0909-7709-107. Packaged by Chronicles 13 Studio. Official partner Get Funded Africa and Vivo. Official media partner Wazobia FM, Cool FM, and Nigeria Info. Be there.
Our bride, you may please sign the marriage certificate.
It's not working. This pen is not working.
Have you ever been in that critical situation where you need to sign that important document, but your pen suddenly stops working? Then you understand the importance of having a reliable ball pen. This is why I love my Beak pen, because it never lets me down in such a serious situation, and it will always work. Be like me. Beak comes in Crystal Original and Beak Crystal Ultra Fine. Get a pen you...
My kids love tasty snacks and not good for them. That's why I knew Milo and snacks.
We love it, Mom.
Yes, it's a delicious snack with the goodness of malt, milk, cocoa, and crunchy Niger-grown maize, containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
So, pack Milo and snacks in their lunchbox every day to help your kids refuel at break time and keep winning all day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
Every morning, as the sun rises over this vibrant city of Lagos, we'll be right here with you. Diving into discussions that matter, we'll tackle the headlines, explore stories that shape our lives, and dissect the issues that keep us awake at night. But that's not all. The Morning Crossfire is your platform too. Your thoughts, your opinions, they all have a place right here. From politics to business and the economy, from the social issues to the heart of the city. I'll be your companion, your source of information, and your partner in exploration. And it's just not about the headlines. It's about the conversations we have, the connections we make, and the impact we have. Your insights matter, your questions matter, and your energy matters. So whether you're in traffic, having breakfast, or starting your workday, I'll be right here, keeping you informed and engaged. So Lagos, stay tuned, set your alarms, and mark your calendars, and let's kickstart our mornings together, right here on the Morning Crossfire. On 99.3 Nigeria Info and Kofi Bartels, let's talk.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is the Big Three.
The Big Three. On Hard Facts.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yes, it is the big three on Hard Facts. 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is the nation's number one talk news and sports radio station. We are live from our audiovisual studios right here in Ismiang, Victoria Island, Lagos. My name is Mary Okon, and we're looking at the big stories for today. Yes, I did tell you the biggest story today, obviously. Nigerian Army says sit-at-home order in the southeast has ended. Nigeria and the UAE still need to finalize agreements on visa ban lift, says presidency. And of course, I did give you a little, teaser on the post-subsidy talks. Labour Party, or rather Labour unions, are threatening indefinite strike, and they gave 1 week ultimatum. So let me give you some background, all right? So barely 1 week after leading a 2-day nationwide warning strike, the organised labour on Tuesday threatened to begin an indefinite strike that should the federal government fail to meet its demands at the end of a 21-day ultimatum, which will expire in approximately 1 week. Yeah. Now, the workers' union said that the proposed strike was necessary following the failure of federal government to provide palliatives to assuage Nigerians' hardship as a result of the fuel subsidy removal. Nigeria Labour Congress said the industrial action, which may commence any day from next week, would lead to an indefinite shutdown of commercial and economic activities across the country. Yeah, here we go again. So I'm asking, are we trusting that Labour will be able to solicit the kind of reaction that we want, that we need from the federal government across the board? Or is this one of those situations that we've seen happen with Labour and nothing really comes of it? Have we seen Labour finish? Yeah, those are the questions we're asking. But let me quickly go to the other big story for today. Because that story is about the minister, the Honourable Minister of Interior. He's been making the news, making the rounds all through yesterday into today. Now, the story says Nigeria's immigration service clears almost 60,000 backlogs in 4 days. Now, don't forget, the first interview that was granted by the minister, he did say that he was going to make sure that they clear the backlogs of passports with the immigration service. And when he said, 2 weeks, he gave an ultimatum. Some people thought it was ridiculous. But it looks like he's been able to succeed. Yeah, let me give you some information on that one. Yes. According to a statement, the special advisor to the Minister on Media, Alao Babatunde, did pass a directive for immigrants to expedite action on backlog. The minister's confirmation came while receiving the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Betaidu, on a courtesy call. The humanitarian minister was seeking to partner with the Interior Minister to tackle human trafficking and other related challenges, including poor veterans' welfare, underemployment, and poverty amongst citizens. Okay, so 60K backlog in 4 days. Imagine what we can do in 2 weeks. And my question on that particular one is very succinct, because if you are someone who travels from this country, you hold a Nigerian passport, you'd obviously remember how hard it took, or how long and how gruesome. In fact, I don't think gruesome is the word. How tedious it was for you to be able to get that passport. It was so difficult. I'm sure some people had to jump through hoops, and there are just some people who just walk into the immigration boss's office, and then they just, in that same day, they'll just get their passport. But you know how difficult it is to get your passport. And now the minister is saying we're clearing that backlog in 4 days. 4 days, he's done 60,000. Imagine what can happen in 2 weeks. So my question to you on that particular one is, what does this move by the NIS mean to us Nigerians? For those of us who've suffered, waited for weeks and weeks to get that passport, is it just man's inhumanity to man? We love to be evil to one another, because these things can be done in a day. We see people get their passports in 1 day. I've seen it. I've gotten my passport in 3 days before. Yes. So what exactly is responsible for these drags in getting people's passports ready? Again, has it been deliberate all along? And if the minister is able to do this and he's successful, should other ministers be following suit to make sure that things are fast-tracked. Can it really happen? Because bottlenecks are so many in this country, and they keep telling you it's the bureaucracy. It's this, it's that. Join the conversation. 0700 993 993 993. These are the big three stories plus one today, and we want to hear your thoughts. 0700 993 993 993. Immigration Services cleared 60,000 backlogs in 4 days. And if you're a lady, call 01465 7190, 01465 7190. Don't forget, you can join the conversation. We're live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info 99.3. We are also on YouTube live. Go ahead, join the conversation on the big three. Let's know what your thoughts are. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maria. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead, please.
Concerning my name is Chibike.
All right, Chibike.
Concerning the passports, I got my own under 2 weeks, nowhere.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's nice. Concerning the army giving order, concerning all these IPOP guys, it's not something of force. Maybe you never been to the East before. You don't even know them. The guys you are talking about. How can you give them order? It's not possible. APC should stop campaign. The election is over. Thank you very much.
How did APC get into this matter, Oga? It's the army. And I don't remember the army being a special department in the APC. Come on, guys. 0700 993 993 993. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah,
good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Pastor Ladipo. I'm calling from Lagos.
All right, Pastor Ladipo, go ahead.
You see, for the army giving the IPOP that warning and whatever, this thing cannot stop unless we have people who will stop sympathizing with them. Most of the locals in that place, they are sympathizing. They are sympathizing with this so-called IPOP. So it is difficult for security agencies to even carry out their job. So if they stop sympathizing with them, I've been to that place. Economic activity is almost paralyzed. So for what the army is doing, I think is the way forward. The people themselves, they are sympathizing with them. If they are not sympathizing with them, they will be pointing out where these people are. I'm telling you.
All right.
So
Thank you very much for calling. When you say the people, I'm sure you wanted to say some people, because I don't think that everyone, especially those who are losing out on businesses, those who are not able to go to their farms, people who are not able to travel to do their businesses, those people I don't think would be sympathizers, because they want to go about their businesses and live like every normal person. And those who sympathize, I'm not sure if they're everyone. I don't think everyone in the Southeast sympathizes. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Ralph, calling from Ikeja.
Go ahead.
You see, what is happening in Southeast and from Southeast, precisely here I go, from here, the local government, where this is, where some of these boys are doing this. To be sincerely, nobody is happy about what's happening in our state. Business is not going there. So someone tell you that they're sympathizing or what, the person have not been there. Let me tell you the truth. You know, sometimes these guys might give order that nobody will come out. They're living in fears. They're living in fears. To me, the best thing is to, if they can release it now, they can then negotiate whatever. That's the only way you can get is a part of.
But again, there are those who are wondering that because this has gone beyond Nnamdi Kanu, because IPOP at some point said that they're no longer the ones who are. How are we certain that it would stop? Because now Simon Ekpa and his boys have come into the conversation.
To discuss how to stop it.
Yeah, well, if Nnamdi Kanu is actually released, all right. What's the guarantee that will put an end to all
let me
the
tell you the truth. A lot of groups are under this thing coming up also as IPOP, as whatever they call it. A lot of groups, bad people, bad boys, forming different gangs to rob people. I am from the state. I'm from Ehiala. Where the camp is not far from Ehiala. You know the people in our village. You know that the direct travel to that place. So that's the thing. If they can read in America, then we know who and who. Then America come out and know who are IPOP, who are the other people.
Okay.
Then who to fight to. It's simple. I'm from here, local government.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling. We appreciate it. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Turn off your radio, please.
My name is Jeremiah.
All right, Jeremiah, I'm going to tell you one more time. Turn off your radio.
Hello?
All right, turn off your radio and call me back. Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello. All right, call me back. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Lois. I'm calling from Ogun State.
All right, Lois, go ahead.
Yeah, please.
Oh, Lois, I'm so sorry. You're supposed to be my first female caller. Call me back, ladies. 014657190. And that number is only for the ladies. If you're a guy and you call it, you tell me if you have done sex change. But the general number is 0700 993 993 993. That's 0700 993 993 993. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, my first. Hey, my second female caller. Merci. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm just coming in as I'm hearing people talking about what is happening in Southeast. So I don't really know what is talking, but I can tell you more of the things that is happening in Southeast. And from how we mean of local government, that place, even as at this morning, I've called my mom. The way I'm hearing gunshots from my phone, I was like, Mommy, what is happening? She said, Ebubagu. Ebubagu is these people that is working with army people. So we're picking our youth. They say they are picking those boys they call Muama that is terrorizing the area. But a boy have just been killed in Awi just this morning. And these Ebubagu people, they pick a lot of boys. You understand? So if government will release in now the Karu, so we now know what we are tackling. Because if all those groups come out because of the way government is holding in now the Karu. To my own understanding.
Okay.
So if government will release him, we now know what is going on. Okay. The problem in our local government, nobody can report it, honestly.
All right.
Nobody can report it.
Thank you very much for calling. We appreciate it. So, I mean, like I said, there are too many sides to this story, and many people wonder. Like I said, the former DSS director was here on the show, and we talked extensively about the situation in the Southeast and how it could be addressed. And if the courts had said that Nnamdi Kanu be released and he's still being held. The committee in the National Assembly has also said, look, we've gone out to do our findings, and from the polling that we're getting, we suggest that one of the things that can solve the situation or douse the tension in the Southeast is the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But then again, there are those who are of the school of thought that, what if he is being released and then there's still some sort of agitation? How do we deal with it? So there's so many what ifs and hows, and that's what we're asking. But again, can the people in the Southeast rest easy now that the army is saying, not to worry, we have Operation Udoka now, we're going to deal with the situation, no more sit at home, go about your business? Can the Southeasterners rest easy? Or is there still that whole trust deficit, happening there? Hello. Sorry about that. Do call me back if that was you. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello. Sorry. Call me back. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Marianne, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling
Malik
from?
Speaking from Onuru.
Go ahead, Malik.
Marianne, even though releasing Nnamdi Kanu today, there will still be problem in the Southeast.
And you know this how?
The government allowed it to go too far. How can Simon Ekpa in Finland is there doing video on YouTube, doing radio broadcast, and the government of Nigeria cannot order for his arrest in that country if they're not having something to do with him? Can I be here in Nigeria causing problem in Finland? Can I do such thing? Will the government of Finland allow me to cause problem in our own country? You can say our government is playing double standard. Who is Simon Ekpa to further government of Nigeria? Who is it the government cannot order for his arrest or summon the ambassador of Finland and send him away from Nigeria? They cannot bring that man to book. You can say the government are here causing problem for our own self. If you listen to what that man says on radio, by now, the fact is we don't catch fire finish. What the guy is saying is something else. Now, you've allowed so many people to believe in that guy.
Well,
you know how many people use are? You allow them to believe in him.
Okay, all right.
So even if we listen to Kanu today, there will still be problem. First of all,
right.
I
No,
went to
Malik, your
Amanoka.
time is up. Your time is up. I'm so sorry. I have to let you go, but thank you very much for your, your thoughts on this matter. I want to share the love. Okay, I always try to make sure that everybody gets a fair hearing. On Facebook, I have some messages here. So let me start with Sifiana Mustafa. Here says, I think the federal government is just in a rush to announce the lift of the visa ban from the UAE. They should have waited long until the paperwork and agreement is done before making the announcement. I'm guessing, sir, that you and several other people might be on the same side and in agreement. Okay. On Twitter, Musa Rabiu here says, when the steps to take the president to the office is in question, he will try to give some good news and cheer the masses. Just the questionable legitimacy. Sorry. Musa, your message is so long and it's all over the place. Anyway, he's saying, why didn't the UAE speak up? Thank you, Musa. Simply Rob here on Twitter says, when will you guys give us updates on the ongoing case in U.S. court between Atiku and Chicago State University on Bola Tinubu? Is there a conspiracy among media houses or are there media houses that are being blackmailed? It's interesting how you guys come up with these crazy conspiracy theories in your head and how we're being blackmailed or how we're being shut out of these, courts. Have you ever seen any live court, proceeding live, being broadcast live, a court session? What you see is pictures and then reports that come from that particular, court, session. So, I mean, it's not like they are live streaming the court cases. So all media houses are called to come and, cover it and air it. No, sir. The only court cases you see is the ones you watch on TV, the shows, the TV shows and the mini series. A real court setting. Maybe when they open, they can just say, okay, take some pictures, but then get out of the court when the main thing starts. So guys, don't just come on social media and just put out anything you like because you feel a certain way. We're not doing sentimental things here. Come on, man. Okusajo here says, on the passport issue, I think the long waiting is unnecessary. Nigeria government immigration can collaborate with NIPOS NG by using NIMC NG, NIN to get the passports in all 774 local governments. The same info is used in getting our passports, NIN driving license, BVN, voters card. Okusajo, God bless you. Because this is the thing that we've all been talking about over and over and over again. And we still go again and do the same biometrics year in, year out. So when your passport expires, you go and do the same thing. Why do we get this data and put it in a data bank and we still don't use it? We can use it across the board as long as the information tallies. And if it doesn't, then you can now go through that whole slow process of making sure that you correct it. I'll take one or two more calls and then I'll read your WhatsApp messages. Or maybe I should read your WhatsApp messages first because you guys are very diligent. This one is calling me Sandra. Okay, my name is Mary Ann. This one says, I got mine in 3 hours in the South states. Ben from Igondo. Yeah, Ben, that's what I'm saying. Some of the small states, like my state, I always go back to my state to get my passport because it's a very, short and swift process. And sometimes if it's so long, it's because they've run out of passports, as in the paper itself, the booklets. Yes, that's the only time you see a slow. But every time I go to Calabar, it's very easy for me to get my passport. I never get passports here in Lagos or in Abuja. I go straight, back home. So I totally agree with you. This one says, Nigeria Labour Congress should mind their business and leave us alone. Their noise is getting too much. Nze from Ogba. Really? You're going to treat them like that? This one says, it appears that Ajurin Gilali has started to fantasize Nigeria, I'm sure you mean finesse us with grammar, just like he did with the APC government of Buhari, just hoping that lies and propaganda will not block us because they start telling us facts until they start telling us facts and basically. Okay, Shika, thank you very much for your message. This one says, those who sit at home are not the problem. It's those who fight people who refuse to sit at home. The army should stop this propaganda. They should fight the right people. Uche Nwankwo from Ikoyi sent us that one. I've got 3 minutes on the clock. I'm going to come back to you guys. Let's see. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Turn off your radio, please. Good afternoon.
My name is Ndubisi.
Ndubisi.
I'm calling from the Janiki area.
Okay, Ndubisi.
I'm from the state, Ngobala.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, let Nigerian government should start deceiving us. My sister, my people, they are living in bush. All these boys they're talking about, army people don't know them all. People they are killing is innocent people. Innocent people. The men ESCN, they don't used to see them anyhow. On Monday, they declare sit at home. Army will not be taking point. You will travel from Abia State to Onitsha. You will not see any army on taking point. Every Monday. Ask anybody. My family, all my family, brothers and my all of them, they know it.
Can I ask you a question?
So they will just come, they will be telling us that I have conquered them. It's a lie.
Okay, Ndubisi, calm down. Can I ask you a question? Calm down. Calm down. Can I ask you a question? Ndubisi, are you going to let me talk? Can you just calm down? Calm down. Okay, all right. Since we're not going to have this conversation, you can go. I just wanted to ask, because we're very quick to say federal government, what about the state governors? They're the first port of call. These are the people who are presiding over the states. President Tinubu is not the president, is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but you have a governor who is supposed to superintend over that state. What are the state governments doing? Because it's very quick for us we're very quick to point fingers at the federal government. I'm not in any way holding brief for them or they have their job cut out for them. But what are the state governors also doing? Because they're the ones who are supposed to be working in collaboration with security agents in the state to pick these boys up. But unfortunately, that's not the case. I'm actually running out of time, but I'm going to try to take a quick call from Kenny. Kenny, you're going to have 30 seconds. Hello, Kenny. Kenny, you have 30 seconds because we have to go on a break. Hi.
Okay. I'm thinking the moment the federal government declared IPOB the terrorists of the country, and I think for Ajuri, the problem with Ajuri is it talks so much, and in the process of talking so much, it exaggerates a lot of things. So, for example, the issue of UAE thing, yes, there may have been talks on lifting the ban, but maybe not immediately. They have to work out something. But he came out and said it's immediately. So he has exaggerated the matter, and now it's retracting back. So I think he needs to calm down with to give good news. And I know the urge to give positive news is there. But you need to calm down and give out. Yeah, that's my only thing.
All right, thank you very much, Kenny. You're a first-class caller. I appreciate you keeping to time. Well, we're going to go on a quick break, Lagos. When we come back on the other side of the clock, we will be talking glass ceiling issues. Yes, we're still looking at gender-based violence and how society and religion plays a role in it. But this time around, we're talking about how we can break out of that shackle of religion, that shackle of, tradition. And it's not that we're saying throw your tradition away or throw away your religion. We're saying, how can we make sure that it only positively affects us? We'll be right back after this break. It's still Hard Facts. I'm Mary Ann Okon.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
In a world where misinformation runs rampant, one show stands apart from the rest. Get ready to embrace the truth as we bring you the most hard-hitting stories and unveil the real facts. Welcome to Hard Facts.
I am Mary Ann Okon, and this is Hard Facts, where we separate truth from fiction. We're passionate about the hard-hitting stories that matter. Get ready to challenge your perception and discover the real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Welcome back to Hard Facts.
All right, we still have 3 minutes, roughly 3 minutes. I can take more calls. I'll take 2 more calls and a few messages because we want to make sure that every single voice is heard. Don't you love it? Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
My name is Israel. I'm calling from Lagos.
All right, Israel, go ahead.
I've been discussing.
Oh, Israel, I am so sorry. Israel, your line is very problematic. Can you call me back, please? Thank you. Hello. Apologies. Call us back. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Miriam.
Good afternoon.
My name is Prince Quiet, calling you from Amuodofin.
All right, friends, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, my dear. That minister, in fact, this type of people I want to be in this government. Look at the civil servants. Where you go for your passport 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, you won't get your passport. When the minister gets here, he walks the talk, and within 4 days, we have 60,000 passport out. Fantastic. It should continue that way. Any ministry that fails to work, the pump check and the others, they need to be change or start that are not ready to serve Nigeria. And for the Southeast, I want peaceful Southeast. And as it is now, I want the federal government to do something for me, for Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu matter can be settled politically. I want them to please tamper justice with the mercy and release Nnamdi Kanu for we in Nigeria.
All right.
That's my stand this morning, this afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling. We appreciate it. I'm going to take one last call. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Fact.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Okay. My name is Gabriel, calling from Angrove.
All right, Gabriel, go ahead.
My sister, if you watch, the people that call complaining about this, they are from Imo State. I am from Imo State. They are from Imo State. Imo State is the major place that this thing is happening.
Absolutely, I know this.
Who is the cause? The governor. You say that...
Sorry. Hold on. Did you say the governor is the cause? How? Explain, please.
You said?
You just said that the governor of Imo State is the cause of the problem.
Political... He using political things to get the thing worse in Imo State.
Like what?
Imo State is not... In fact, we are at the risk of every day in the night. You don't know whether you wake up in the morning or in the morning whether you will see the night. That is what is happening in Imo State.
Okay.
I'm from Imo State. I'm from Uguta.
Okay.
The worst place. If you see people calling, they are around that place, Uguta or Low, that kind of woman. That is where everything is happening.
Okay. Unfortunately, I have to let you go, but thank you very much. I would have really loved for you to explain to me, because you're making an allegation. You're saying that the governor, I beg your pardon, is responsible for what's happening in Imo State. How? What has he done? You say politics. What type of politics is he using to cause? Because what we're hearing is that this is IPOP, but now you're saying the governor is adding fuel to the fire. I would really love to know how. But then I've got to go because the gorgeous Yvonne Haifa is here with the news. And when we come back on the other side, it's glass ceiling.
It's 4 p.m. Time to download the MoneyPoint personal banking app to become a millionaire.
Radio plus information, news, sports, and current affairs equal to 99.3 Nigeria Info. Your radio station of the year. Let's talk.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos.